And we're back.
Boop, 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 boop.
Hour of the hour. Hey, right Elwood, I'm getting the band back together.
You know, yeah, special edition.
Yeah,
coming from Chicago to Indiana.
Yep. Next time you see us, you never know where we'll be.
Getting next. That band back together. You know it.
Next. Man, there's been so much that's happened, man, since the last time, man.
Yeah.
I done got some new jewelry.
No.
Jewelry. You know, man. And
I gotta be careful with this mic too, Mark. Keep hitting this mic. It's so many new things that
that
transpired.
Yeah, we'll move them up a little
bit. Okay, I'll move mine up too now. Yeah, so now it's out of the hand atmosphere. The movements.
Yeah. But
and congratulations.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. This
first off, second off.
This guy was there.
Oh man, phenomenal.
The MC and groomsmen and security and all.
Yeah. That's what we do for each other. You know, you came through the functions plenty of times. Like, don't sit there.
Right.
Get out this door.
Yeah, line up, people.
You know it. Like a lot, like you said, a lot has shifted. A lot has grown. Things have been torn down. New foundations laid, and all the building that has been happening, and all the stuff that's. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm super excited.
This that shit coming in. I'm telling you, no telling where you gonna see us.
It is on the screen near you.
Yeah.
A city near you.
And for those, for you younger generation, who may not know or be privy to why we're dressed this way, it's the Blues Brothers. Just Google it. Just Google it.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Check it out.
And they were Chicago guys too, so
put some respect on that name.
Yeah. But man, it's current events is crazy. We got ice running around Chicago. We got people scared to go outside.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Man, Charlie Kirk got shot. Or murdered, assassinated.
Murdered. You can say that. Definitely rest in peace to Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
What was your take on the backlash? Because I was just very disappointed with the community in the way of I don't care what a person is, and I don't care who a person or what state a person has found themselves in. Majority of time, a hate state or whatever. That vessel came out of some lady. Somebody loved that vessel. And to see something happen in that way. A lot of those times, those tragedies, they're private moments.
Yeah.
We end up hearing about it.
Right.
However, we don't see it. And the way that took me back to like, what if the situations for JFK and Martin Luther King was just everywhere. It wasn't like only because this was happening, that's why I got filmed sort of stuff. Well, I mean, people just out with phones on that grassy knoll and, just shooting and got all the little, the same way I could believe Kirk was. Cause I honestly, bro, I didn't watch one of those videos of him getting taken down like that.
I didn't either.
It just, number one, we've been hella busy. And I'm so proud of that. It was like we were too busy.
Yeah, I was like, I don't have time to even I was catching little sound bites here and there, what people were saying. And, my thing is this, man. Assassination is way too familiar with us. From the Dr. King to your Malcolm X. Black people love JFK. They love Robert F. Kennedy. We've loved people. They love John Lennon. We've loved people. We love Bob Marley. We've loved people who have been
Medgar Evers,
yes. We've loved people who have been assassinated, and for us to be out there, glad he got. It's like that just kind of showed our ignorance, man. And then on top of that, if you haven't listened to Charlie thoroughly, then it's like we them type of people, we don't speak on that we don't know about. But if you haven't listened to Charlie thoroughly, you you gonna catch a sound bite, and one day you can catch me in a sound bite. I might sound racist, but it's like, I'm gonna tell you this.
You know that
Charlie was smooth because if you listen to some of the things Charlie said, Charlie quoted, and I know for a fact he quoted Dr. King's "I Have a Dream" speech a lot of times when he was speaking about culture. He quoted Dr. King.
Taking pieces and injecting them into what he was saying.
Because if you think about it, it was things where he would always say, I want you to be hired because you're able to do the job, not just because you're black. I want you to be judged by the content of your character. I want you to be judged by the content of the character, not the color of your skin.
Come on.
I want you to be able to get employment because you're qualified. It's like those things, man. He that's what he was doing secretly. A lot of people don't know that, but he was dissecting that and then rephrasing it in his own words and putting it out there. And the fact that people of color were jumping on him, and it's like, it just goes to show how ignorant we are just about historical culture. Because I'm like, I said, dang. He said he wants you to be judged by the content of your character.
Wow.
He wants you to get a job by your character and your integrity, not your skin. He was like, and then he asked the question, like, would you just want somebody? And then this is what baffles me. Equality, that fight for equality came because there were boys' clubs making groups that wouldn't allow us in. So here's a man telling you that, look, man, it shouldn't be a black group either. It shouldn't be a black group either saying that you didn't just because you black. Because I mean, how many times we culturally done been like, hey, this dude just got the job because he, he can't even do it. Like, you ain't like your uncle. You burning the chicken back there. You ain't like your uncle, man. You just got the job because it's like, so here's somebody who was saying that, and just because he was the other side, he got attacked.
And it's also let me say this before I say that. Have you heard anything from Candace Owens yet?
Oh yeah, she been out there fighting for him left and right.
She has.
Yeah, she been out there fighting left and right. She was like his sister.
Yeah, and that's really
Candace is she's adamant about not letting them tear up his name, and she's adamant about putting out there that he was getting threatened by people.
See, I didn't know.
He was getting threatened by people.
But see, I could believe both of them was getting threats.
She was too, big time. Yes, she was too.
Yeah.
And so she's adamant about not letting people destroy his character and his name and what he built, because she was part of that building of what he was doing.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And right hand, left hand.
And she's shown videos about him and her listening to Kanye getting ready before they go out and speak to people. I love it. Yeah, listen to Power. Yeah. He sent a quote out of Kanye's Power to her. When it talks about destroying, they trying to take my inner child. It's a part in Power, but he sent those bars to Candace, like, man, I feel just like this. And they that's what they did. They were like really, really, really like brother and sister.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, now as I said that, and thanks for that feedback, because I definitely, I've been Jerusalem strictly. You know what I mean? I've been hearing about what Judea been up to. I've been hearing about y'all butts. However, you know how the real work goes. In and out. You know what I mean? You train them every day. You seen the ones that try to train out without training in. And you already know how slim that process gets, how fast that journey wraps up. So the key thing that I love, and I can actually say that, and that's all praise to the Holy Spirit. The thing that I love about this moment that happened when Captain Kirk transitioned, right, is somebody done woke up. It's not being talked about. It's not being put on YouTube, FiSpace, what the heck ever, Big Bach, and all of the other ones,
Right.
Because somebody in real time, in their real world, has woke up to, I will no longer be a victim. Now, if anything that those two together has been pushing is, don't let nobody make you a victim And sure as heck,
that's what he was about.
Do not agree with them when they're trying to, when someone is looking to belittle your come up. It is a portion. It is not the whole story. It is a piece. I mean, if Rocky didn't down those eggs in the morning, what would he have done? What could he have built up? What protein could he have, necessarily triggered within his own body to hit those, like this wall back here says, up too late. Up too late, but it's a red slash through those black words.
That's right.
Up too late is dead. If you up too late, stay up. And you already know what time to start hitting them things, you know what I mean? So it was no excuses, no victim. And the most beautiful thing that I saw, and this is a spiritual eye. The most beautiful thing that I saw is the opportunity being created for someone new to be ushered into the actual real kingdom of heaven, because it's accessible here. However, because of so many stories and so many attachments, and I love this person who told me this toxic ass story, pardon my French. So therefore, I'm holding on to that story for them toxically, as opposed to being like, you know what? You more than that, I'm letting that go. Okay. You follow my lead as we let that story go. And that's really what it is. It's a lack of the Holy Spirit out here. It's no peace out here. It's no understanding. Nobody's really even chasing for understanding. They're chasing to be right.
Yeah. And they're right. Not a universal right. They're right. And the object is to destroy God and the minds and hearts of people. Because think of this. Here's a man who sat on campus, who took tons of young blacks to the White House with him, who was like, hey, I'm throwing an all black event. And it was sold out, like showed up, So it's like, here's a man who said, hey, I want us all to be like this as one and take over things. You can do it. You just have to get it here and get it here. This is what you got to do. Stop letting them tell you got to be black down here. And they quit letting them tell you, we got to be at odds and go on and do it. Go on and do it. Yeah. Candace is the same way.
Oh, for sure.
Go on and do it. Go on and do it. But it's like, we got to be careful in these days and times when somebody wants to keep pushing us this way, because divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. It's like, if everybody be like, yo, you like that story? Yeah, I like that story. I like that story too. All right, yeah, man, let's go. Hey, you know what? Let's go read it. Let's go check it out together. All right, cool. I get to know you. You get to know me. And I said, it's a sickness when people want to stay in their own little dark place. And as we see so much chaos and wrong is happening in cultures. So it's like people are fighting to keep that evil shield up. They fighting to keep that up. Black people want to hold on to the ignorance and the ghetto-ness and the ratchetness and the nothingness and the, they want to hold on to that. White people want to hold on to the, well, this is ours and we got it rightfully so, and ain't nobody gonna come take it from us. And it's like, at the end of the day, we all need the green. We all need the green. We need the green, and we need to eat the green, and we need to eat the green
and cash it out. Yes, indeed.
So it's like, we all need the green. So doesn't it make sense if you can make 5, I can make 10, we figure out a way to make 20?
There it is.
Black, white, and indifferent. What's the difference? What is the difference?
Now's a great time for the youth as well to really embark and embrace on their purpose-driven process. Because that fire was I know for our generation, when we seen those towers come down, it was like, it was like, what? It was like, pause the fun and stuff, because we was early 20s, right? It was early 20s, and it was a lot of early 20s things still going on, you know. So we were blind as a bat to a lot of things. We only tuned in when we wanted to get either angry or speak on it. So we, speaking into yourself and myself, we definitely comprehend where the youth is. And we also know what will keep them running in loops that are ineffective. We get that. And that's that cause of the anger and the hatred and all of that, bro. Like that is destructive from the inside out. It's destructive from the inside out.
And you got their head. And once you got their head, it's so easy to get their heart. Once you get their heart, you got their spirit. And once you get their spirit, it's easy to just turn on frequencies to control that. Whether it's media, whether it's entertainment, it's easy to turn on frequencies. And they may be out here chanting against, you know, the black and the white and the black and the white, but they don't have no knowledge of the black and the white.
And how deep that.
And that's the difference. And that's the difference. And in generational time is that one generation created the fight, but then created a unison, human unison as well. And then another generation came along and was like, hey, you know, all right, we done created the unison, but some of y'all still doing some backdoor stuff, man, and we ain't cool with. And if our kids gonna make it one day, we got to step up and say something about this. So then the ones that was cool said, all right, well, we got to help y'all do this because you ain't gonna be able to do it because they can see you coming. So let us do it. And then we unison again. And then I've even heard people say, well, when Obama was president, man, I can go to the park, camouflage, Timbo's on, sit in the park, talk to a white dude. Now brothers can't even bird watch. It's like, you know, and it's like we got to be careful because whatever mind takes over the country, that's usually the spirit that follows. When Bush is in office, everybody go get her, because he a go get her. That family is like, we taking it and we ain't caring about nothing. And so take. Think about it. When he was in office, 50 Cent came out, taking over everything on the low.
Okay, on the music end.
Okay. And then, you know, when he got out of office, we was a little bit more of a, man, you know, you used to come to Benchmark. When Jim first opened Benchmark, give us flyers to go pass out in Oakland, people acting like I was handing them AIDS on the paper. Oh, no, I don't want that. I don't want that. But then they saw me in that window, in that room, and then they would come in, get to know my character, and you saw how my classes would be, how people would come in there. And when I left, a lot of everything else left.
Rainbow.
So it's
rainbow colors.
That just proves
everybody.
Yeah, that just proves if we fast forward to Charlie or bounce back to Dr. King, we ping pong back and forth right there. People knew my character. I still in touch with those people today. We done film work with these people. These people are like our family almost. So it's like we were here, and someone wants to keep pushing us out here, so that they can get in the middle, and had a joystick. You know, it's like
that's exactly what it is.
It's crazy, and it's sad. It's very sad that that's happening. And I mean, I know we got some youth that fight, and we got youth that do this, and we got youth that do that. But you got to understand, guys, if you're not having an impact when you swing a blow, it doesn't matter. You're just swinging in the air. You're shadow boxing.
Indeed.
And you have to remember, too, that there's a reason why you have to so much, quote unquote, as they say, sell your soul to do certain things in this world. When it comes to entertainment, you have to sell your soul because entertainment isn't a necessity. It's a desire. And anything that we have to desire in this world, you have to give up something higher for it. You don't need football. Football adds nothing to human existence. It's an entertainment. Music may be as beautiful as it may be, but we don't need it. It's an entertainment to our lifestyle. Basketball, you don't need it. We're not gonna die if we're not watching NBA. You know, we're not gonna die if we're not watching football. We're not gonna die if we're not watching baseball. So they make them people sell their soul for the highest amount of money known the man, and you like looking around like, man, people are starving, and they just gave this dude like $9.5 million to hit a ball in a grassy field. Like, what is going on? That's the thing. We gotta start getting back to a spiritual alignment of things, and that way, those things they won't diminish because we live in a capitalist society. People are greedy, but it'll be more or less, and then the people will start being up more up here instead of everyone worshiping these people who do these entertainment things. You know, it's like, I mean, Puffy, R. Kelly, those two men, I don't know how you feel about it, but, you know, those two men, they walked into those arenas. Yeah. And just because you playing in the devil's backyard don't mean you got to do his deeds. You can go in the backyard all day. You know, it's like Hotel California. You can go in anytime, but you can check out anytime you want, but you'll never leave. It's like, but you don't have to do those evil deeds. You didn't have to beat that girl in the hotel. You didn't have to molest you. You didn't have to do none of that. You chose to do that. And you know, when you choose to do that, guess what?
Yes, indeed.
And then we wonder why those two men never spoke up against the industry corruptions like some artists have, misfortunes of money like some artists have, masters like some artists, you know, some artists have, because they got their hand in the cookie jar. You know, you can't say nothing. You can't say nothing because if you say something, we airing out all your stuff, and look at what happened.
For sure.
So it's like, you know, even that's another form of distraction. You know, man, they're going after Puffy because he black. No. They're going after him because he decided to come back around. I'm gonna try to do this. I want to do my own thing, and they're like, no. You with us?
Yeah, the Cosby complex. You say you gonna buy what? What?
Wait a minute.
What you gonna say? What?
We still remember that you like dropping pills in people's drinks, son.
Putting pots. You know what I mean? Like real. Just to ride on what you on what you're saying. I hear you pointing at building an actual effective value system. That being because we can begin to form the gratitude that really it's a machine. Gratitude is a machine. It is not a word. It is a happening. It is an experience to experience. A lot of the people, the couple that you just named, the hatred that's coming out of a lot of vessels celebrating Captain Kirk's demise, things of that nature. Those are a lot of stagnant, rotten states that people are in. And it's not the people. It's the states that they're participating in and attending. Like, well, I just drove from Illinois to Indiana. I'm in a different state. At any given time, I can tell a person, I'm in Indiana. And they can say, no, you not. You from Chicago. You in Illinois. They could do that. However, it doesn't stop the fact of where I'm actually.
right. Where you actually
you
at.
know. Yeah. So Gerald doesn't really prescribe to think of vessels like they don't travel and can't travel. I can't afford to do that. Because when they come out of it, I must operate like they're out of it. The same way I would, see people do myself.
Yeah.
When I say what it is, that's what it is. And don't play with my words. It's very distractive as well. Who sent the media? Ask more questions. I shared that with my wife. Because she's and boy, oh boy, so fast she's sliding out that 9 to 5 thing. This has happened so fast. Like 21 years with this woman and seeing her job after job after job after job, and knowing that it is now coming to an end. What do I mean by an end? I mean her dominion over all of that. her control over herself, self-control. You know, she's building on her self-development. She's doing things like the 5% do, not like the 95% do, because the 95% is what we heard when Captain Kirk got hit. The 95 we heard when Kales did this, when Diddy did that, when whatever happens. And it's very much gonna be so exciting for everyone who hops on the courageous bandwagon to tell their story again. Because that's what Captain Kirk was telling everybody. From college campuses to HBCUs or whatever. He was like, man, don't let February fuck you. Pardon my language. He's like, don't let February do that to you. Because it's going to attempt to do that. What February have you seen? And even when certain people get magnified, it's followed up by, and then somebody took their 5 toes and nestled them up a hole in your backside.
Right.
You know, so the movies, so few and far in between will you see actual movies too. And this actually was a day, please do your research, when we ran this, man.
Yeah.
This was a whole day. And a lot of these people move around and they act as though that day never existed. And then it's so sick to give your energy and your power up to someone, because one won't even figure, Gerald didn't even figure that he can conjure up a way to understand history outside of the books that were burnt and the things that weren't shared, right? How limited am I? How limited am I if I'm saying I will never be able to understand this if nobody tells me about it?
Right.
That's the problem.
And what would scare me about him being on campus, man, is I would hear these young people talk, and I'd be like,
it was all emotional. It was angry. It was my mama's hurt, my grandma hurt, my great granddaddy was hung in a tree.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would be
respect to that dude, but you not that dude. You not hanging in the tree.
Right.
That was your granddaddy or your uncle or whoever. You not going through that.
Yeah.
Now you could use it though.
Yeah, it can be fuel.
You could use it.
Yeah, but I would be like,
come on now.
And I would hear some of these kids, and I'm like, and then this is what was amazing with Charlie was that Charlie didn't go to college.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Charlie didn't go to college.
I mean, that's strategic itself. That means great parents that didn't. Ooh, see, that speaks a lot, bro.
He didn't go to college.
Not being sold into,
he didn't go to
being
college.
sold into slavery ain't dead. It's just morph. And I must admit, I love the creativity of the enemy. You know, I love it.
Yeah.
Because when I study it, guess what I could do?
And
even better.
And I looked at one of his things, and this is what backfires when you out here, you try to shame people and put people down and lie on them and everything. You make people go to it. You make people stop. There's so many videos out there of black people like, I didn't want to know about this guy, but I had to look him up because everybody was talking all this stuff. I'm watching Christians and people talk about this man should deserve to die and everything. So he's like, I go look him up, and I find out that he ain't said nothing that they said he said.
I legitimately seen one of those videos.
So same thing happened in 9/11. They were shaming Islam and, oh my God, these people. Then they say, you got your average everyday worker buying a Quran like, this doesn't say what everyone's saying it says. This doesn't say they're supposed to blow up people and kill people. This just says my Bible says the same. My Bible says the same thing. So, but Charlie didn't go to college, and he been running this thing since 23.
Shout out,
23. So mind you, this man's been talking to college kids, and he like, dude, I didn't even go.
Right.
He's like, here's a microphone. You tell me how it's supposed to. You tell me what's going on here.
The facts.
You tell me why it's not the way it is. And so the fact that somebody just was thoroughly read and then is able to stand in front of people and debate and then ask them questions, and then I'm hearing the answers come back from the people that's supposed to be our future. I'm like, man, and we thought that student president was like bad. I'm like, woo, I hope none of y'all get in office because we doomed.
Oh my goodness.
And y'all fighting for the wrong and thinking about the wrong thing and talking about the wrong thing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Never the ones that have been seen and talked. Typically, that was their 5 minutes of somebody heard you and it was over, you know. There's the stand up and stand out that's not being seen right now. But they taking in all this information. I'm saying this as an elder looking 20 years back to a 20 years old, saying they getting baked and made right now. And they're about to do something phenomenal, you know. And I'm saying that even if it's on the dread end of the coin, because people get phenomenal. I'm more of a